Welcome back, second grade. I am going to begin by looking at this, which you should have in your reading material. If you don't have it in front of you, that is fine. I'm going to go over it. And then we're going to read a book today, and we're going to be trying to find this central idea. So the central idea is what the author, that's who wrote the book, wants the person who's reading it to learn. So this book that we're going to read is an informational text, which means the author wrote it for you to learn something. So the central idea is whatever it is that the author has hoped that you will learn. So we have our topic, and this is the person or thing that the text is about. So as I'm reading this book, I want you to think, what is the topic? Is there a person or thing that this text is mostly about? And then our central idea is the most important idea or point about the topic. So this is what your author wants you to come away with, to understand. And then supporting evidence, details, facts, or examples in the text that tell about the central idea. So this is not your idea. These are things that the author has put in the text that tell you kind of what the central idea would be. So when we are thinking about this, we want to think about details, facts, or examples to arrive at your most important idea or your most important topic. So the book that we're going to be reading today is an informational text, which means we're going to be learning something. And it's written by the author John Katz. And this is Meet the Dogs of Bedlam Farm. So while I'm reading, I want you thinking about what is the central idea. So it has details that are going to help you figure that out as we're reading. So this is, again, Meet the Dogs of Bedlam Farm. I'm going to try to make sure that you all can see this as I read. Introduction. Bedlam Farm is in upstate New York. It is the place where John Katz lives and was inspired to write many of his best-selling books about his life and his dogs. He is also a photographer and hospice volunteer. He has kept various animals there, but primarily Bedlam Farm is a place for writing. This is the story of the 4 dogs that live on Bedlam Farm. So this is a real place. The author actually owns this property and uses it for writing, and he has 4 dogs that live here. So this is an informational text. He's telling you about something that's real, and he wants you to understand an idea. So be thinking about that as I read. In the morning, after mist has cleared from the path, 4 dogs go out together for their first walk of the day. They circle and sniff the wet ground carefully, listening and seeing things that only dogs can sense. The dogs are called Rose, Izzy, Frida, and Lenore, and they all live on Bedlam Farm. They stay together, circling, never running off. They are a happy group. Their tails wag when they see one another, but it wasn't always this way. Rose, Izzy, and Frida are working dogs. They all have jobs to do. Rose herds sheep. Izzy visits sick people. Frida guards the farm when she's not causing trouble. Lenore lives on the farm too. What is her job? Meet the dogs and find out. So this kind of reminds me of our citizen article that we read yesterday about being a good citizen and being a community helper. It sounds to me like all these dogs on Bedlam Farm have ways that they help as well. Rose. Rose came to the farm when she was 6 months old. Every day she helps with farm chores. She goes out into the pasture and herds the sheep. Rose is a border collie. She is a serious dog, a smart dog, a hard-working dog. She did not always play or cuddle like Lenore does. So there's that word serious. She's got a job to do, and she's going to do it. Lenore is different from Rose. Lenore is carefree and fun-loving. She would rather eat than work. She would rather play chase play than chase sheep. She taught Rose how to play hide and seek, wrestle and chase a ball. Now Rose knows how to have fun too. Rose helps with farm work. Izzy and Frida are busy too. What is Lenore's job? I wonder. Now Izzy is a therapy dog who visits sick people in their homes, in hospitals, and in nursing homes. He helps people feel better. So there's Izzy. Lenore was Izzy's first friend. She chewed on his head, shared her bones, and slept next to him on the floor. She showed him how to live in a house and eat from a bowl. Now Lenore likes to sneak up on Izzy and steal his treats and play tug-of-war. Every day Izzy goes off to his job, helping people feel better. Rose and Frida are busy too. But what is Lenore's job? I want you to be thinking about that. What is Lenore's job, do you think? Frida. Frida was a wild dog before coming to Bedlam Farm. She roamed the woods, eating berries and hunting for rabbits, squirrels, and chipmunks. She is very different from the other dogs on the farm. Frida is a bit scary. She was a big dog, part Rottweiler and part German Shepherd. When she barks, the ground shakes and animals run. From the minute she arrived at Bedlam Farm, Frida started working. She guards the farm. She barks at strangers. She scares off foxes that try to eat the chickens and coyotes that try to eat the sheep. Sometimes she guards the farm too much and even scares the cats. Every now and then, Frida becomes a wild dog again and runs off. Lenore goes out into the woods to find her and bring her back. When Frida is lonely, Lenore keeps her company and sleeps with her nose to nose. Lenore shows her how to be friends with the sheep and other dogs. Lenore shows Frida how to walk on the path in the woods and leave the squirrels and chipmunks alone. Even so, Frida is very busy guarding the farm. She works hard at her job. Rose and Izzy are busy too. But what is Lenore's job? Maybe we'll find out. Lenore. Lenore is a black Labrador Retriever. She looks for disgusting things to eat, mud to roll in, and people and animals to love. She came to the farm when she was just a puppy. Lenore is different. She doesn't guide the sheep like Rose does. She doesn't visit people who are sick like Izzy does. She doesn't guard the farm like Frida does. She licks the other dogs, touches noses, and wags her tail. Lenore makes dogs play and people smile. She makes sure everyone is happy. Thanks to Lenore, the dogs are a family. Every night, after they have finished their work and taken their last walk of the day, they gather in the warm, cozy farmhouse to eat, rest, and share smells, sights, sounds, and dreams of their busy day with one another. Rose remembers images of sheep, and Izzy the people he helps to feel better, and Frida the many dangers she keeps away. Lenore does not have to work to remember, but she does have a job. And that may be the greatest work of all. So I want you to be thinking about Meet the Dogs of Bedlam Farm. And if you need to come back and watch this read aloud again, you can. You just hit the previous button and it will take you back and let you read this again. But what you're going to do in your literacy box, you should have this. This central idea is what we're going to be working on. So from the story, here's what I want you to try to come up with. The topic is, what do you think is the person or thing that the text is about? What are your details that get you to your central idea? So the central idea, remember, is the most important idea or point. And then I want you to try to find 3 details that came from the book that help you figure out what is the central idea.